Laura, I have a favor to ask. Do you have a moment?
A favor from Lilia, huh? Well, I'll hear you out at least.
Why do you sound so reluctant? That's rude, don't you think? I haven't even told you what it is yet.
Sorry, but judging by all the favors you've asked of me before, I can't exactly say I'm looking forward to this.
I can't believe you just say that to my face. You really have no tact, do you? Whatever happened to being neighborly? A little bit of goodwill never hurt anyone. Is it really so much to ask for a simple favor?
Oh, sure, a simple favor, like when we were talking about Mark's birthday present and I mentioned how I had to go through hell and back to get that sold-out game console. And what was the first thing you said?
Oh, then why don't you just give it to me? At half the original price, no less. It was used, wasn't it? That price was perfectly reasonable. It's called a friend discount. You're just stingy.
How about you take a look at how much it's going for online before calling me stingy? Not that the price was even the point.
Ugh, enough about that already. The important thing here is that I'm the one asking for a favor right now.
Fine. So what is it this time?
Don't worry, it's much easier than the last thing you were fussing over.
All right, I'll bite. What is it?
I want you to look after Kyle.
Kyle?
Yes. So can I count on you?
I mean, I guess it's not as bad as I was expecting.
What do you take me for? If you think it's reasonable, then you'll do it, won't you?
Well, that depends on what I have planned for the day. I can't watch him all day or anything. So when are you asking me to do this?
When? Obviously, I mean today. Why do you think I'm asking you now?
Excuse me?
I got a message from some high school friends this morning. They want to meet up today. Ever since Kyle was born, I have been completely tied up with taking care of him, so I haven't been able to go out much. But I finally got an invite again, and I think I deserve to have a little fun, don't you? So I'm asking you to do me this favor. No, helping you out is not the issue here. Do you realize how insane it is to drop this on me on the same day? You can't just decide at the last minute to dump your kid on someone else. What are you so upset about? Would you rather I bring him along to an adult gathering? Kyle's a well-behaved kid, but some people just don't like having children around. It's common courtesy to be mindful of that. That is not what I'm talking about. The issue here is that you're the one asking for a favor, yet you didn't even consider my schedule. You're acting like it's a given that I'll just say yes. It's not like I planned this ahead of time. They only just invited me today. They probably didn't even know I had a kid.
Then why didn't you just turn them down?
Didn't I just explain this? I work hard every single day. I have barely had any free time since Kyle was born, and I deserve to have a little fun too. It's not a crime to let loose once in a while. It is when you're forcing your responsibilities onto someone else. If it's really that last minute, you could still cancel. Too late. I'm already on the train.
You're what?
I said I am already on the train. Are you serious? You didn't even wait for my answer. Well, the meetup is pretty far, so I had to leave early. Then, where is Kyle right now? You were planning for me to watch him, weren't you? Oh, don't worry, he's fine. He's at the park near my house. Since it's close by, you can just swing by and pick him up, right?
You can't be serious.
You actually left a first grader alone at the park? What's the problem? I didn't just abandon him. He's playing, having fun. I figured he'd enjoy himself more that way instead of just sitting around waiting. Do you even hear yourself right now? You seriously think it's okay to just leave him there? What if something happens? That's why I'm asking you to pick him up, so that nothing happens. You've got to be kidding me. You can't just dump a child at the park and hope for the best. Do you realize how dangerous that is? Oh, come on, don't be so dramatic. Nothing's going to happen. And what if something does happen? Then what? That's why I need you to hurry up and go get him. No, you don't get it. If something happens, it's your fault, not mine. You're the one who just left him there. Excuse me? If something happens to Kyle while you're supposed to be watching him, then it's your responsibility. Oh, hell no. You are not dumping that on me. If something happens, it's because you made an incredibly reckless decision. You can't just throw a kid at someone with no warning and expect them to take responsibility. I don't see what the big deal is. You're acting like I abandoned him in the middle of nowhere. It's just a park.
That is not the point. You can't just assume everything will be fine. What if he gets hurt? What if someone shady approaches him? You didn't even wait for my answer before leaving him there.
You're really overthinking this. Just go get him already.
Absolutely not. You need to turn right around and pick up your own kid. I am not going to clean up this mess for you.
Ugh, you are so unreasonable. Why can't you just help me out like a real friend?
A real friend wouldn't spring something like this on me with zero notice and then dump all the responsibility on me. This is your kid, Lilia. Start acting like it.
It's your responsibility to take care of the child.
Excuse me? No, I never agreed to that.
Just do it already. I am asking you so nicely here.
Nicely? That's what you call this? Because from where I'm standing, you're just demanding things and acting like I owe you something. You don't think about how much trouble you're causing for other people. You expect everyone to bend over backward for you, and then when they don't, you act like they're the problem. I honestly don't know how you expect me to just nod along and agree with you. It's baffling.
Oh, for crying out loud, do you even care about Kyle at all? He's probably sitting somewhere alone right now, wondering where his mother went. He might be scared. He might be crying. Do you really not care about that?
And whose fault is that?
Oh, come on. I'm not asking you to do anything complicated. Just go pick him up, bring him over to your house, and let him play with Naoya for a few hours. That's literally all I'm asking. That would solve everything, so why are you being so difficult about it?
Difficult? This isn't me being difficult. I am telling you, I can't do it today.
Oh, please. It's not like you have anything better to do. You're not busy. You don't even have a job.
Would you stop acting like I'm just sitting around all day doing nothing? I may not have a full-time office job, but I run a household. I take care of my family, and I even have side jobs. And if you really want to go there, then maybe you should take a look at yourself before you start pointing fingers.
What the hell is that supposed to mean? How rude.
Wow, your self-absorbed attitude really is something else.
Enough. Just take care of him. That's final.
No.
Ugh, your feelings don't matter in this.
This isn't about feelings. I physically can't do it.
What? What does that even mean?
It means my family has a memorial service for my grandfather tomorrow, and we've already left town to stay at my parents' place. I can't just leave and come back. Even if I wanted to, it would take hours, and by then, it wouldn't even matter. So no, I can't help you. Not today. Sorry.
Sorry doesn't cut it. What about Kyle? If something happens to him, it's on you.
No, it's on you. I didn't leave my child alone at a park and expect someone else to clean up my mess. But as much as I hate to say it, even though you're unbelievably selfish, pushy, and exhausting, I do understand that you're worried about him.
Oh, so now you're just throwing insults at me. You really are awful. I don't even know why I ever considered you a friend.
Maybe because our kids get along. If it weren't for Kyle, I wouldn't have a single reason to deal with someone like you.
You have to be kidding me. How could you say something so mean?
That's not important right now. About Kyle, I was initially thinking of calling one of the other moms in the neighborhood to see if someone could go pick him up, which, frankly, is something you should have done yourself instead of shoving your responsibilities onto me.
What do you mean, initially?
The situation changed. Turns out Kyle is a lot more independent than I thought.
Why are you suddenly bringing that up? That has nothing to do with this.
Actually, it has everything to do with it. Your son realized his own mother had abandoned him, so he decided to take matters into his own hands. He went to your husband's workplace on his own. Guess it's not too far from the park. When he got there, he told your husband, Mom said I should go to Mark's house to be taken care of. And that's when your husband called me.
What?
Your husband was too busy to leave work, so he had Kyle stay at the company daycare. So Kyle is safe, and I don't need to do anything else. Not that I ever should have needed to.
Oh, I mean, well, as long as Kyle's okay, that's all that really matters.
By the way, didn't your husband message you? I figured he wouldn't have time to call, but I assumed he'd at least text you.
Wait. Oh no, he did message me. It says, "You better be ready when I get home."
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, that's not my problem. I have nothing to do with any of this, so I'll be going now. I actually have other things to take care of.
Wait.
What now?
You've already helped this much. Can't you just do one more thing? Like, maybe help me convince my husband to calm down or something? I mean, we're mom friends, aren't we? We live in the same neighborhood.
That's funny. I could have sworn I heard someone saying, I don't even know why I ever considered you a friend. Or was that just my imagination?
Come on, you know what I meant. It was just... I was upset, okay? I wasn't thinking. But look, you've already been involved in this much. I mean, you care about Kyle, don't you? Couldn't you just, I don't know, talk to my husband? Maybe smooth things over?
You really don't get it, do you? This isn't about Kyle anymore. It's about you. You keep acting like everyone is just supposed to pick up the slack for you. You don't take responsibility for anything, and then when things start falling apart, you look for someone else to blame.
That's not true.
Isn't it? You left your child alone. You assumed I would deal with it. You didn't check your messages. Now your husband is mad. And instead of taking accountability, you are asking me to fix it for you. How am I supposed to take you seriously? Like I said, this whole mess, your fault. It has absolutely nothing to do with me. So with that, goodbye. A few days later, when we returned home, her husband came to apologize. According to him, he had been growing increasingly frustrated with his wife's selfish behavior, which had been escalating over time. He had tried to tolerate it for as long as he could, but this incident had pushed him to his breaking point. As a result, he made the difficult decision to file for divorce. They had a serious discussion, and in the end, they reached an agreement on custody arrangements. He had been granted full custody of their son, Kyle, and as a result, Kyle would be living with him from that point onward. The apology was sincere. Her husband expressed regret over the way things had unfolded, and despite everything that had happened, he asked if we could continue being friends with Kyle. He acknowledged that his ex-wife had caused a lot of trouble, but he wanted to ensure that Kyle didn't lose the connection he had with the people who cared about him, including us. He seemed genuinely concerned for his son's well-being, wanting him to grow up in a positive environment despite the turmoil in his own life. We all agreed that we would continue to stay close with Kyle. The past was behind us, and we didn't want to let it affect the bond we had formed with him. Kyle was a good kid, and he didn't deserve to be caught in the middle of the mess that his parents had created. As much as his mother had caused trouble, Kyle was innocent in all of it. We reassured her husband that we would always be there for Kyle, and we were happy to continue being a part of his life. After the conversation, we agreed that Kyle and his dad could stay with us for the time being. They didn't have a stable place to stay at that moment, so it seemed like the right thing to do. We knew it would be an adjustment for all of us, but we were more than willing to offer them a place to stay while they worked things out. In the days that followed, Mark and Kyle quickly became close friends. They had always gotten along well, but now they had the opportunity to spend even more time together. It was heartwarming to see how easily Kyle adapted to his new living situation and how much he seemed to appreciate the support he was receiving. The two of them would play games, watch movies, and share stories about their days. It was a small but comforting reminder that even in difficult circumstances, the presence of good friends can make a world of difference.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Kennedy.
What's up?
Are you having fun on your trip?
Yeah, of course. I'm really enjoying it. Just today I've gotten to visit so many places and everything's been amazing. I've never traveled like this before, so it's a whole new experience.
You left pretty early this morning, didn't you? Have you made it to your hotel?
Yeah, I'm already here. Why? What's going on?
Oh, I just wanted to chat with you for a bit. I had something on my mind.
Sure, what's it about?
Well, this is kind of a side note, but I was really surprised when you suddenly decided to go on a trip all by yourself. I mean, you said you were going to Seattle, right? That's pretty far. I was shocked that you were able to get all the way there. And I bet it cost quite a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't exactly cheap, but, I've been planning to travel more in the future, so this trip is kind of like the beginning. I've been saving up little by little for a while now. Finally, after all this time, I got to take my first big trip.
Wow, I didn't realize you'd been saving up for so long. I honestly had no idea.
Well, I invited a few friends to come along too, but they all turned me down. Even though I offered to pay for them, they said they'd only go once they could afford it on their own.
So you're saying you've got some extra money, huh? That's pretty impressive.
Hey, Jan.
Yeah?
So, what's the real reason you wanted to talk to me?
Ah, right. I guess I can get to the point now, Kennedy.
What?
Do you happen to know anything about my credit card?
Huh? What are you talking about? No, I don't know anything about it. Why are you asking me?
Well, I only realized it was missing this morning, right after you left. The night before last, I was going through my cards, and I definitely had it then. And yesterday, I forgot to bring my card holder home with me, so I left it at the house. I thought maybe you might have noticed it or seen something since you were here the whole time. I even tried calling you earlier today, but I guess you didn't get the message.
Oh, right. Well, now that you mention it. I'm sorry. I didn't even think about it. I've been so caught up in sightseeing that I didn't pay attention to anything else.
Yeah, I get it. But just to make sure, you don't know anything about it, right?
No, don't. Sorry. I didn't mean to be any help.
Well, I guess that means you don't know anything about it. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
Wait, what's wrong? Are you okay? You seem upset.
Honestly, I am not okay. If you didn't know anything about it, I'm wondering if I should report it to the police. I mean, if someone's using my card, it's better to act fast, right?
What? The police? Why would you call the police?
Well, that's the usual thing to do when your credit card is missing. You have to report it right away to prevent any fraudulent charges.
Oh, I don't know. Does it really need to be that serious?
Kennedy, I'm not sure you understand the gravity of losing a credit card. Since you don't have one, maybe you just don't realize how important it is.
Is it really that big of a deal?
You don't even get it, do you?
Are you making fun of me?
No, I'm not trying to mock you. I'm just trying to explain that losing a credit card isn't something to take lightly.
Wait, I get it now. Since the card can be used to buy all sorts of things, you're worried that someone might pick it up and use it, right? You're just panicked because you don't want someone else to spend money with your card.
Exactly, and you should understand why I'm worried. If someone uses the card without permission, it's a huge problem. Wait a second, though. Are you sure you understand how credit cards actually work?
What? Of course I know how they work.
No, a credit card isn't just something you can use like cash. It's a way to buy things now and pay for them later. Do you even know what that means?
Wait, what? Can you explain it again?
Okay, listen carefully. When you use a credit card, the company pays for the purchase up front. But you're not paying right then. You have to pay the company back later. Essentially, it's like borrowing money.
Oh, so if someone uses my card, I'm the one who gets the bill later?
Yes, exactly. And that's why I'm so stressed about it. If my card gets lost, I'll be responsible for any charges made with it.
Huh, I see. But do you really have to go to the police?
Did you even hear what I just said? It's really important to report it to the police as soon as possible if someone finds and uses your card.
But we don't even know if anyone used it yet. What if you just misplaced it somewhere?
If you wait too long and someone uses the card, it's already too late to do anything about it. And you're acting really suspicious about it. Is there a reason you're so against reporting it to the police?
What are you implying? Are you accusing me of something? That's horrible, Jan.
Oh, I'm accusing you now? Well, maybe you don't realize it, but you used my card, didn't you? You knew about it all along, didn't you?
What? No, I didn't. I didn't even think about it that way.
I didn't think you would, but if you actually knew what you were doing, you'd realize how much trouble you're in.
What do you mean?
Don't act like you don't know. I can see it on your face. You know you've been using my money. And don't even try to make excuses. You took my card without asking, and now you're just playing dumb.
Well, fine. What's the big deal? It's not like you're actually losing anything. It's your cards, right? Your money is the one that's really affected.
Of course I'm affected. You're using my card for things I didn't agree to, and that's stealing. You think it's funny that you're going on a vacation and I'm the one paying for it?
It doesn't really matter to me. It's not like I'm actually losing anything. It's all your money anyway, right? You're just mad because you're not the one enjoying the trip.
That's exactly the problem. You're acting like it's no big deal. If you had any respect for me or my things, you'd never have done this.
Oh, I get it now. I'm the bad guy. Fine, I'll own it, but you don't have to make such a big deal out of it. It's not like it's the end of the world.
Yes, it is the end of the world, Kennedy. You don't understand the consequences. You think it's all fun and games, but when the bills come in and I'm left paying for your mistakes, you'll see how serious it really is.
Whatever. I'm enjoying my vacation, and you're just mad because you have to pay for it. Enjoy your life, Jan.
I won't let this go, Kennedy. I am done being nice about this. I've already stopped your card.
Huh? What do you mean?
When a credit card is lost or stolen, they can stop it to prevent any further fraudulent charges. So the cards you're holding right now? It's completely useless. It doesn't hold any value at all. You can't use it for anything anymore.
No way! Are you saying I can't use it anymore? But it's mine! You can't just take that from me!
Exactly. It's no longer ours. I'm afraid you're out of luck. It's been stopped and it's void. You can't even buy a candy bar with that card anymore.
Wait, hold on. This can't be real. You can't just take my card away from me like that.
Oh, but I can. It's already been done. The moment you misused that card, it became useless. I wasn't going to let you keep using it when you took advantage of the situation. It's over. I've already contacted the bank and they've stopped it. You've been cut off.
Oh, this can't be happening. Are you serious?
I'm very serious. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you crossed the line. You think I'm going to let this slide? You've already taken advantage of me, used my trust, and now you think you can keep going? Not anymore.
Wait. Please, this isn't fair. You can't just leave me high and dry. What am I supposed to do now?
What were you planning to do when you took the card? Use it for yourself and hope I wouldn't find out? Well, you're not going to get away with it. You didn't think about what would happen if you got caught, did you?
I didn't think it through. I was desperate. I didn't think you'd find out so soon. Please, just let me have it back. I'll make it right, I promise. Just please.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid it's too late for that. You had your chance, and now you're dealing with the consequences. The card is gone, and I am not going to just hand it back to you. You'll have to live with this.
No, this isn't fair. This is all your fault. You're making this worse than it has to be.
My fault? Are you serious right now? You're the one who stole from me. You took what wasn't yours. You took my trust and threw it away. This is all on you. If you're looking for someone to blame, you should start with yourself.
No, I didn't mean to steal from you. I just needed the money. I didn't know what else to do, and I was scared of what would happen if I didn't. I didn't want to be stuck in this mess, and I thought I could fix it before you noticed.
Scared? Scared of what? You thought you could fix it before I noticed? You didn't even think about the consequences of your actions, did you? You thought you could take what isn't yours and just get away with it. And now you're trying to blame me for this?
I didn't know what to do. I didn't think it would go this far. Please, just don't make it worse. I'll fix it. I'll do anything. Just don't make me lose everything.
Lose everything? You already did that when you decided to steal from me. Everything you had is gone because of your choices. It's all gone.
Please don't tell Mom and Dad. Don't make it worse. I'm begging you. I'm sorry, really. I messed up. I know I did, and I'll make it right. Just please don't tell them.
Oh, you think I'm just going to cover this up for you? Do you think I'm going to let you keep hiding what you did? I'm not your personal cleanup crew. You made this mess, and now you need to clean it up. You don't get to hide from your mistakes. I won't tell them, but it's not like I'm going to just let you off the hook. I've already made arrangements, and they know what happened.
What? You've told them? No, please, you can't do this. Please don't tell them. They'll hate me. You're ruining everything.
They know. I'm not going to let this slide just because you're family. I told them and we made a decision together about how we're going to deal with this. And trust me, you're not going to like it.
Please don't do this. I'll work it off. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't make it worse. I'm begging you. Don't tell Mom and Dad. I can't lose everything.
I already told them and the decision is made. There's no going back now, and I'm not going to let you get away with this. You're going to have to face the consequences whether you like it or not.
Wait. You can't do this to me. I'm your family. You can't just leave me hanging like this. I made a mistake, but that doesn't mean I deserve to lose everything. Don't you care about me at all?
I care about you, but this isn't about that. This is about what you did. You made a choice, and now you have to face it. Don't you get it? This isn't about family. It's about what's right and wrong. And what you did was wrong. I'm not going to protect you from the consequences.
What am I supposed to do now? You've taken everything from me. What am I supposed to do without the card, without the money? I'm stuck here.
You're going to figure it out just like everyone else does when they screw up. You don't get to hide behind your mistakes and think that everything will just magically work out. You have to face it. You have to take responsibility.
I can't do this. I can't handle it. You don't understand. This is too much for me. I can't take it.
You can, you will, you have to. This is the reality now. You can either face it or you can keep running from it. But either way, it's not going away.
So what now? What happens to me? What do I do? I can't go back, not after everything.
Well, you have two options. You can either continue down this path to try to avoid your responsibilities and end up losing everything, or you can face what you've done, take accountability for it, and try to make things right.
But how am I supposed to fix this? I can't even pay for anything now. I'm stuck here without money, without a way out.
You're not completely stuck. I've already talked to Mom and Dad and we made arrangements for you. You're going to have to work hard, but you'll be able to pay for things in the end. It's going to take time, but that's the price you pay for your actions.
I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm strong enough for all of this.
You are. You have no choice. But I'll be there to help you through it. This isn't going to be easy, but you can get through it. You just need to stop running and start facing the reality of what you did. The next day, we finally arrived in Seattle, a city known for its iconic skyline, bustling streets, and vibrant culture. It was a long-awaited trip, and the excitement was palpable among the group as we began to explore what the city had to offer. Little did we know that the day would be marked by more than just sightseeing. It would also be defined by the presence of someone who had, quite frankly, overstayed her welcome before we even arrived. She had apparently spent all her remaining money at the cafe, sitting there for hours waiting for us to show up. We had no idea she would go that far. By the time we got there, she must have been feeling pretty desperate. Honestly, it felt like she was using us to pass the time, or perhaps to gain some sympathy, hoping that we would feel bad for her situation. She was being, well, a bit of a burden. I couldn't help but think that we were dealing with more than just a friend. We were dealing with someone who didn't quite understand boundaries. From the moment we walked into the cafe, it was clear that her demeanor had shifted. She didn't greet us with the usual enthusiasm or warmth. Instead, she seemed to almost shrink into her seat, avoiding eye contact, and it became evident that she was feeling the weight of the decisions she had made. I mean, how could she not? She had spent money that wasn't hers to spend and was now reaping the consequences. Guilt and embarrassment were written all over her face. We tried to move past it and enjoy the day anyway, as we had come to Seattle for a reason, to see the sights, to experience the culture, and, most importantly, to have a good time. The day was beautiful, the weather was perfect, and the city was alive with energy. We toured some of the city's most famous landmarks, like the Space Needle and Pike Place Market, and explored the bustling neighborhoods that were full of life and history. But despite the fun we were having, there was an underlying tension, and that tension seemed to come from her, who remained quiet and distant the whole time. It was as if she didn't want to be there at all. She wasn't engaging in conversation, wasn't participating in any of the excitement that Seattle had to offer. I could see her constantly checking her phone, looking down, almost as if she was trying to escape from the situation. It wasn't lost on me that she was probably feeling the pressure of knowing that she had, in some way, mismanaged her resources, and now she was left with the uncomfortable reality that her actions were coming back to haunt her. It was hard not to feel a little awkward around her at that point, especially since we had all been excited to be there together. As the day went on, it became more and more clear that she wasn't enjoying herself. She wasn't really taking in the sights or participating in the things we were doing. Her silence was almost deafening, and I could tell that she was uncomfortable in her own skin. I almost felt bad for her. Well, I tried to feel bad for her, but at the same time it was hard to ignore the fact that this was the result of her own choices. She had been the one who had mismanaged her money, she had been the one who had put herself in this position, and now she was the one suffering the consequences. It was like she was hoping for some kind of miracle or for someone to swoop in and save her from her predicament. It was at that point that my mother, the ever-direct and no-nonsense woman, dropped the comment that would seal the awkwardness of the day. As we were walking along, trying to decide where to go next, my mother casually turned to her and, without missing a beat, said, "We don't waste money like Kennedy does." It wasn't said in a tone of anger, but it was definitely blunt and pointed. My mother's words cut through the tension in the air, and you could see the color drain from Kennedy's face. To be honest, I wasn't sure if my mother meant it to come out the way it did, but I knew my mother well enough to understand that she didn't always hold back her opinions, no matter how sharp they might be. I think she saw it as a way of calling out the issue directly, but I don't think she fully understood how much of a sting it would have. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Let's go out tomorrow. Meet me at the station at 10, okay? And make sure to dress up well this time.
Wait a second, Kiana. You can't just decide that on your own.
Oh, come on. You always show up anyway. Or do you actually have plans this time?
No, I don't have plans, but I've been thinking. I always felt like I was forcing myself to go along, and it's not just the two of us, right? Your friends will be there again. It's always different people, and honestly, having a bunch of guys there too makes it uncomfortable for me.
I don't think it's that big of a deal, though.
Maybe not for you, since they're your friends, but for me, I'd rather sit this one out. I think you'd probably have more fun without me there anyway.
That's not true. Besides, you make things more fun. Everyone laughs when you're around.
That's just because you turned me into the joke, right? I hated that, you know.
What? I take you out to have fun and you're upset over something like that? It's just a joke. Don't be so uptight.
No, see, that's the thing. I don't need you to take me anywhere anymore.
But we are friends, aren't we?
We are. That's why I'm telling you this. You don't have to keep worrying about me.
Why?
I already told you why. If you're going to act like you're doing me a favor by inviting me, then I'd rather not be invited in the first place.
Why would you say that?
Huh?
Why are you making such a big deal out of this?
I've been explaining the whole time, haven't I?
Ugh, what a waste. I actually made a friend out of someone as gloomy as you. You should be grateful. It's not like anyone else would want to be friends with you. The least you could do is help me out a little. Let people laugh at you so I can look good in front of the guys. It's not like you have anything else going for you.
Kiana, is that what you really thought? I know I'm not the most outgoing person, and I don't always talk easily with others, but that's no excuse for the way you're treating me. If you think being my friend is something you do as a favor, then that's not real friendship.
What is this, a lecture? You're so annoying. I didn't say anything that wasn't true.
So you really believe that? You know, earlier you mentioned wanting to look good in front of the guys, but weren't you into Andrew? Did that change?
Of course not. You know how long I've been after him. I've been putting in effort. He's just so clueless, I swear.
Huh? You say you're focused on him, but you sure spend a lot of time worrying about other guys' attention, too.
Well, duh. Everyone wants to be seen as attractive. Why do you sound like you're judging me? What, just because you're some loner, you think you're better than me?
So you don't care how girls see you? Because right now my opinion of you is sinking lower and lower.
Oh, please, like I care what you think. Girls are all fake with each other anyway. No point in trying too hard.
And I don't even get the fake version? That's how little I matter to you?
Well, maybe if you actually did what I said, things would be different. But you're barely above last place in my priorities, so if you start acting out, I have no reason to keep you around.
Huh.
You're gloomy, boring, not even cute, no style, no social skills. Of course you don't have many friends. And now, when I ask you for one tiny favor, you say no. Seriously, you're hopeless. I don't even know how you made it this far in life.
It's impressive, really, the way you can insult someone so effortlessly.
If you apologize now, I'll let it slide. I'll even keep inviting you out.
After everything you've just said, I don't think anyone would want to keep spending time with someone who talks like that.
Wait, you're really not going to apologize? Are you sure? If you don't, we won't be friends anymore.
Go ahead, do whatever you want. If you want to end it, that's fine with me. Actually, I'd be relieved.
What? Are you serious? You don't even feel bad about talking to me like this?
That's funny. Wouldn't that apply to you too?
Are you really okay with this? Once we're not friends, we won't hang out anymore. No more invites, no more anything.
Why do you sound like you're hesitating? You were the one who started all this.
I'm not hesitating. I'm just a good person, so I was worrying about you. You'd be all alone after all.
Good person? That's a funny way of putting it. Either way, don't bother. I don't need that kind of concern.
Well, you're really hopeless. No wonder nobody likes you.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I was never the kind of person who enjoyed hanging out in big groups like you do. We were never really compatible, and this just made it clear.
Whatever. Later, loser.
Oh, right. Well, since we're being honest, there's something I should tell you.
What?
Something I've been keeping from you. Since we're not friends anymore, I figured now's as good a time as any to say it.
Oh, come on, just spit it out already. You're dragging this out on purpose, aren't you?
All right. A little while ago, Andrew confessed to me. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing. You're trying to mess with me, trying to get back at me for calling you out. That's cute. You really think I'd actually believe you? That you, of all people, got confessed to by Andrew? Do you take me for an idiot?
It's not a lie.
Oh, please. You're telling me that Andrew, my Andrew, confessed to you? You think I'm stupid enough to buy that? You, who's got zero appeal, zero presence, zero anything. Andrew's a guy who could have anyone. He could walk into a room, pick a girl at random, and she'd be 10 times better than you. He'd never pick someone like you. You're just trying to get a rise out of me, aren't you?
Believe whatever you want, but it happened.
No, it didn't. There is no universe where that happens. You're lying.
If you're so sure, why don't you ask him?
You're bluffing.
You know, it's funny. You've been using me as your little go-between, haven't you? Talking to him for you, dropping hints about you, trying to make sure he noticed you. And yet, it was me he confessed to. I didn't even do anything. I wasn't trying. And still, I'm the one he chose. Isn't that ironic?
No. That doesn't make any sense. I let you be around him because you weren't a threat. You were supposed to be useful, not... You were supposed to help me. You were supposed to talk to him, figure out what he likes, and tell me so I could use it. And now you're telling me that after all of that, after everything I did, he picked you?
I haven't even given him an answer yet.
Then say no.
What?
Say no right now. If you actually cared about me, you wouldn't even be hesitating.
It's not that simple.
Yes, it is. Just say no. You know how I feel about him. You know I've liked him forever. I have put in all this effort, all this time, and you think you can just take him from me?
I didn't take anything from you. You can't steal something that was never yours to begin with. You were so confident, weren't you? So sure of yourself. You thought you had it all figured out, that he was already yours, that all you had to do was keep pushing, keep playing your little games, and eventually he'd just fall for you. But you never stopped to wonder, what if he never liked you in the first place? At first I thought maybe this would be easier if he just fell for you. Maybe that would solve everything. I even tried to push things in your favor. When he confessed, I dropped little hints about you, brought you up, but he already knew.
Knew what?
Everything. That I was only talking to him because you told me to, that you were trying to use me to get closer to him.
No, he didn't. You're lying.
You really think Andrew is that oblivious? That he didn't notice how forced everything felt? That he didn't see through your little scheme? So I asked him. What he really thought about you, and you know what he said?
What did he say?
I'm not into girls like her. I prefer someone more reserved. So you see, this whole time you thought you were playing a game, you thought you had control, but in the end it never even mattered.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not how this was supposed to go. I was supposed to be with him. I was supposed to.
But you're not. And now I am done holding back. I accept his confession.
No.
Yes.
You can't.
I just did.
Why? Why would you do this to me?
Because we're not friends anymore, and I don't owe you anything. You spent years putting me down, mocking me, using me, belittling me. And now when I finally stand up for myself, now that I finally have something you want, you're acting like I'm the one who betrayed you. That's funny.
Shut up!
No, I think I've been quiet for long enough. I let you control me. I let you make me feel small. But I'm done. I am not your punching bag anymore.
You think this makes you better than me? You think you're winning?
I think I don't care anymore. Goodbye, Kiana.
No, come back here. You can't just leave. You can't just walk away from me. Hey!
And so, she and I ceased to be friends. After everything had happened, I decided to move forward with Andrew. I gave him my answer, agreeing to be with him. When I told him, his face lit up with a look of pure joy. He said, "I can't believe you actually like someone like me." And hearing that made me so happy. It was a rare moment of genuine emotion, and I could see just how much it meant to him. That simple exchange, his words, felt like a confirmation of all the feelings I had been holding on to for so long. It was like a burden had been lifted from me, and in that moment, everything felt right. The awkwardness of the past, the doubts, the fears, all of it faded away as I saw the sincerity in his eyes. There was no more uncertainty. We were finally in sync. At that moment, I realized just how much I wanted to make this work with him. Being together felt natural, like it was always meant to happen. It wasn't perfect, and I knew we would face challenges along the way, but I had a deep sense of peace with the decision I had made. The happiness I felt was something new, something I hadn't experienced in a long time. Andrew made me feel valued, loved, and for once completely accepted. It was a new beginning for both of us, and for the first time in a while, I was confident about the future. The uncertainty that had clouded my life for so long seemed distant now. Meanwhile, Kiana, who had once been such an important part of our group, didn't take the news well. She didn't accept the situation and certainly didn't take kindly to the fact that Andrew was now with me. Instead of moving on or finding happiness elsewhere, she decided to make things more difficult. She couldn't let go of him, and she began to take drastic, obsessive measures to get his attention. She started plotting ways to steal him away from me, going to great lengths to manipulate situations in her favor. Her behavior became more intense, and it soon escalated into something that went beyond normal jealousy. She started showing up uninvited, texting him incessantly, and even trying to be in places where she knew he would be, all in the hopes of rekindling their past connection. She had crossed a line, and it was clear to everyone around us that she was no longer acting rationally. Her obsession with Andrew led her to become more and more intrusive, and what had once been a somewhat annoying behavior became something darker and more troubling. Eventually, her actions reached a breaking point. What started as harmless attempts to get his attention turned into outright stalking. She would show up at his workplace, at places we frequently visited, and even outside of his home. It was clear that her obsession with him was spiraling out of control. Her behavior was no longer just about trying to win him back. It had become a full-blown fixation that she couldn't shake off. It wasn't long before the situation became so severe that Andrew had no choice but to involve the authorities. He couldn't ignore it any longer, and neither could I. We had tried to talk to her, to make her understand, but she wouldn't listen. She was too far gone into her delusion, and it wasn't just harming her. It was affecting us as well. Kiana had crossed a boundary, and her actions ultimately led her to a situation where the police had to step in. She was caught up in a situation that spiraled out of control, and it was no longer something we could handle privately. The law had to get involved, and from there, everything became even more complicated. She faced legal consequences for her behavior, and the whole town started to talk about what had happened. Her reputation, already tarnished by her behavior, only became worse after the police got involved. No one could ignore how far she had gone in her obsession with Andrew. It was an unfortunate turn of events, but there was nothing that could be done. Kiana had made her choices, and she was the one responsible for where it had led her. She had chosen to keep pursuing something that wasn't there anymore. She had let her jealousy, anger, and obsession take over her life to the point that it had completely consumed her. There was no turning back for her now, and no one could save her from the consequences of her actions. For me, however, it was a reminder of the importance of boundaries, of knowing when to walk away from something toxic, and of valuing what truly mattered. I didn't want to dwell on the mess Kiana had made for herself, but it was hard to ignore the fact that her obsession with Andrew had hurt both of us. What started as a friendship had now been completely overshadowed by her destructive behavior. Her inability to move on had not only destroyed our friendship, but also damaged her own life in the process.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Chris, I need to talk to you. There's something that's been on my mind for a while, and I really want to discuss it with you.
Oh, Rosa, I've already asked you multiple times about this, but could you please stop calling me by my first name? It's really starting to cause some trouble, especially at work. People have started noticing, and it's becoming a bit awkward. I really don't want to make things uncomfortable for anyone, especially since we work so closely together.
You're so why, aren't you? But, I really want to call you by your first name. You're my subordinate here, but I think it would be a good way to bridge the distance between us. I'm your superior, and I'd really appreciate it if you could just accept it. It's a small thing, don't you think? I really doubt that anyone is going to care about me being a bit closer to you.
Isn't that a bit of an abuse of power? I mean, we're colleagues first and foremost. Shouldn't there be a certain professional boundary? You have to admit, it feels like you're overstepping just a little bit.
Actually, there's something I've been thinking about. I think you should call me by my first name, too. It'd be nice, wouldn't it? We'd seem even closer, like we were on more equal footing. I mean, we're adults, right? Plus, if you do it, we could be more open, more relaxed with each other. It would make it seem like we've got a really strong working relationship. It's kind of an advantage, don't you think?
Please, don't do that. I really can't afford any rumors getting out. If people start talking, I'll be in serious trouble. I've worked hard to establish my professional reputation, and I don't want anything to mess that up. You know how sensitive things can get at the office?
Oh, I understand. I won't push it then. But I want you to know that I'm doing this out of kindness. I'm being generous, just letting it go for now. You can thank me later. I'm very accommodating, aren't I?
Right, yes, I appreciate it. I know you mean well, but this is just a bit tricky for me.
Oh, that reminds me of something. There's something I've been meaning to ask you for a while now.
Huh? What's that?
Well, I've been dying to ask you about something. It's been bugging me for some time, and I can't hold it in anymore. I'm sorry if this seems a bit sudden, but I've been curious.
Something you want to ask me? I don't really know what this is about.
Yes, you do. I know you've been trying to keep it under wraps, but I've got a pretty good sense of what's been going on. I'm not blind, you know.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're talking about.
Oh, come on, don't pretend like you don't know. It's clear as day. You don't need to keep hiding it from me. I've already figured it out, so there's no point in keeping up the act anymore.
I'm sorry, I really don't understand. Could you just tell me what you're talking about?
Oh, you're really making me spell it out for you? Why do you always do this? You know you're really difficult sometimes.
Rosa, I really don't know what you're referring to. Can you just tell me?
Wait, seriously? You really don't know what I'm talking about? I thought you were smarter than this. Okay, fine, I'll give you a hint, but you really should have figured it out by now.
A hint? All right, go ahead, I'm listening.
Your friend, Robert, the one who sits next to you at work, right? He's been your friend for years, even before you started at the company. You know him well, don't you?
Yes, that's true. Robert and I go way back, but what does this have to do with anything? Did Robert say something? Did he do something I should know about?
Well, he's got quite a reputation for gossiping, doesn't he? You know how he is, always talking about other people behind their backs. The other day I overheard him talking to someone about you. It was about something important. Something personal. I wasn't particularly fond of him before, but after hearing that conversation, I felt like I should at least thank him for letting me in on the secret. If he hadn't said anything, I would still be in the dark, so I guess for once I owe him a little gratitude.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
Oh, you're really making me work for it, aren't you? You're being so dense. All right, let me jog your memory. Think really hard. Robert, that guy who sits next to you, you told him something pretty significant recently. You should remember.
Wait, are you talking about the engagement? The thing with my partner?
Yes, that's exactly it. You're getting married. You've been keeping it a secret from me, but honestly, I'm not surprised. Everyone else seems to know about it now, thanks to Robert.
Well, yes, it's true that I'm getting married. I've already told some of my friends about it, but what's the issue? Why are you so worked up about this?
You wanted to keep it a surprise, didn't you? But you know, I really think things like this should be discussed between the two of us first, not just broadcasted to everyone. It's a huge step, and it's something you should have shared with me before telling everyone else. I mean, I get that you're excited, but proposing is a pretty big deal. You haven't even done that yet, and here you are telling Robert about it like it's already done.
Excuse me, I don't see the problem here.
Problem is that you didn't even tell me, the one involved in this, before sharing it with everyone else. You just assumed it was okay to tell other people first. That's what's wrong. You should have come to me first. I mean, we've been through so much together, and I thought we had a better understanding than this.
Wait, why would I need to tell you first? Why is this such a big deal to you?
Well, I thought it was obvious. Of course I'll say yes when the time comes. I'm thrilled. I heard Robert say something about getting a promotion through some sort of power move, but don't worry, I'll make sure your dad knows about everything too. He'll be in the loop.
I'm sorry, but I still don't understand what you're saying.
It's simple. I'm saying that we should be looking at wedding venues already. We need to start planning the details.
I think there's been some serious misunderstanding here. I'm not marrying you, Rosa.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? You've got to be kidding me. How did you misunderstand all of this?
I don't know what's going on right now. Are you saying you and I aren't a couple?
No, Rosa, I've been with someone else. We've been together since college, and yes, we're getting married. I thought you knew this.
Oh, come on, stop with the jokes. You can't be serious. You may not have taken me out on dates or called me by my name, but there was always something. There was always something between us. I know it. You might not admit it, but it's there.
So now you're telling me that everything that's happened between us somehow means we're together? It's completely ridiculous. I didn't do anything to make you think that. What exactly did you misunderstand? What part of our interactions made you believe we were a couple?
Well, I mean, when you greeted me with a smile at work, when you praised me for my work, when you were so kind and attentive to me. How could I not think there was something there? You were always so considerate.
And that's where you're wrong. Do you really think I would give you special treatment because I have romantic feelings for you? You're my boss, Rosa. I've been nothing but professional. There's no room for misinterpretation. It's just basic courtesy at work, nothing more.
Oh, please, don't try to brush it off so easily. I'm not a fool. You even told me you liked me when I asked. Don't you remember that?
You're confusing things. All I said was yes when you asked if I liked you. But that was just a polite response. It wasn't an admission of any deep feelings for you. There was nothing more to it than that. I didn't deny it because there was no point in doing so. But honestly, I didn't mean it the way you took it.
Why do you have to be so cruel about it now? You're making me feel like an idiot for even believing in the possibility. How can you just throw away everything like that?
I'm not being cruel, Rosa. I'm just being honest. The truth is hard, but it's the truth. You've built this whole fantasy in your head, and I don't think it's fair to either of us to pretend that it was anything more than a professional relationship.
But I thought there was more to it. When you were talking about promotions and power, I thought that you were talking about us. I thought I was special to you, that me getting married to you would give me some kind of advantage because of your father's position. Wasn't that your plan?
You really think I would use a relationship like that to get ahead? If I were going to use someone to climb the ladder, it wouldn't be you, Rosa. It's not about power or using connections. And you're mistaken if you thought this had anything to do with your father's influence in the company. I have no interest in manipulating my way through life like that.
But you said to Robert that you were using connections for a promotion. I thought you meant you were talking about me and about how my father could help you move up. That was the whole reason behind everything, wasn't it?
No, you've got it all wrong. What I said to Robert was about the fact that I won't use anyone for promotion. Your father's position doesn't affect my choices. It's a simple truth. If you'd really listened, you'd know that I said it's not about your family's influence at all. This is something personal that I'm doing on my own merit.
Then what's going on? What are you saying? Are you trying to tell me that we're not connected in any way? That you and I have nothing at all?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You're reading far too much into all of this. My relationship with you is professional. I'm focused on my work, and that's all there is to it. I'm sorry you misunderstood, but that's the truth.
No, this isn't possible. You can't just act like this doesn't matter. You can't make me feel like this was all in my head when you played along with it. When you told me things like you liked me, when you treated me differently from others, and now you're pretending it was all nothing.
You've got it wrong, Rosa. I never led you on. I never promised anything. I treated you well, yes, but that was as a colleague. Don't make it into something more than it is. I thought we were clear about this, but it seems I didn't communicate properly. I'm sorry you felt led on, but that was never my intention.
You never intended to lead me on, but your actions did lead me on. When you said those things, when you told me that you liked me, I took them at face value. I trusted you.
I understand how you might have interpreted things that way, but I swear to you it wasn't intentional. I never wanted you to feel like this. If I had known you felt this way, I would have been more careful. But the way you've taken everything and blown it out of proportion is unfair to me, too.
I don't know what to say to you now. All this time, I thought you were the one for me. I thought I had a chance, that this could work. But now I am nothing more than just another colleague to you. You never saw me as anything else, did you?
I didn't think of you like that, no. I didn't look at you through any lens other than as a coworker. I treated you the same way I treat anyone else at work. The feelings you've developed are your own, but I never encouraged them. You misread the signals, and now we're in this situation.
I don't know if I can accept that. You have hurt me more than you know. I thought you were someone I could rely on, someone who would understand me. But instead, you've turned this into a professional obligation, and it's like nothing we had matters anymore. You really have no feelings for me, do you?
I don't want to hurt you, Rosa, but the truth is that I don't feel for you in the way you want me to. We both need to move forward and focus on what we need to do in this office. Let's leave this behind us for the sake of both of us. We can't keep pretending that there was something here when there wasn't. You need to face the facts.
I don't know how I can face the facts. All I wanted was to matter to you. I wanted us to be something real. But now it's like everything was just a lie.
It wasn't a lie. It was a misunderstanding. We were colleagues. We had a working relationship and nothing more than that. I'm sorry if you thought otherwise, but that's the truth. And for both of us, it's time to let it go.
So that's it? You're just going to walk away from this like it was nothing?
I'm not walking away from anything, but I can't keep pretending. You need to understand that this wasn't anything more than what it was. And I need to focus on my work as I always have.
I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive you for this. Not after everything you've done. I don't know how to move on, but I guess I'll have to. You've made it clear there's no room for me in your life.
I never meant for you to get hurt, but this isn't something I can change. It's time for both of us to move on for our sake and the sake of the work we do here. I'm sorry it's come to this. After that, she was fired and transferred to a regional department far from the main office. The shift in power was dramatic, and it was clear that her influence had finally been curbed. At this point, there was no way she could continue to harass anyone. Her hold over the office had been completely dismantled. While no one openly expressed their relief, it was obvious to everyone that a weight had been lifted. Robert, along with the others who had supported the efforts to bring the situation to an end, kept their joy quiet, but their satisfaction was clear. They had been dealing with this for far too long, and the frustration that had been building up in all of them was now dissipating. She had used her position of power, particularly her relationship with the vice president, to let her daughter behave however she wanted, which had disrupted the workplace for a considerable amount of time. It was also rumored that her actions had influenced her own salary and that of the vice president significantly, although those details weren't widely discussed. Still, the general feeling was that there had been some sort of unwarranted benefit for both of them, which only added to the resentment within the office. With her departure, the workplace seemed to breathe easier. The tension that had been so pervasive was now gone. The environment began to feel more calm and cooperative. People didn't have to worry about arbitrary favoritism or underhanded tactics interfering with their work. It felt like the first step toward restoring fairness, and that alone was enough to lift everyone's spirits. As for me, well, my personal life had changed and I had gotten married, but at work everything was still much the same. There were no sudden promotions or dramatic shifts in my career, but I wasn't surprised by that. I had made peace with the idea that progress would take time. For the time being, I remained focused on doing my job well and improving where I could. It was clear, though, that the path to promotion now had fewer distractions, and I would have to climb on my own merits. The reality of corporate life had set in. No more relying on personal connections or shortcuts. It was all about proving yourself and continuing to develop. It had always been like this, but the events with her had highlighted just how important it was to rely on my own skills, hard work, and determination. It wasn't enough to just show up or be involved anymore. I had to earn my place. This realization was both sobering and motivating. I knew that while there were challenges ahead, this was the moment to focus more on personal growth than ever before. The temptation to use my position or any personal connections was there, but I knew I had to resist. I had to build my reputation based on the quality of my work. The company was shifting toward a more balanced and fair environment, and I wanted to be part of that change. It wasn't going to be easy, but I was committed to making it work. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.